What's good, YouTube? It's jazzloves here, and I am here gonna be breaking down the UFC 331 announcements that just got the whole card just got announced. I have to talk about it. The card was being talked about. People were saying that Joshua Van versus Pantoja was going to be on it. That was correct. People were saying Arman Saruki versus Charles Oliveira too was supposed to be on this. Instead, we get fucking we get Arman Saruki versus Ruffy. Where is it? Is it here? This fight fucking sucks. No, I had to fix my webcam. But Pitbull versus Doo Choi, not that bad of a fight. Manofield versus Berniewski, honestly not bad. But if this is the main card, get Gable Stevenson versus Sean Sharaf off it. That's first off. Vera versus Jourdain is in a bad opening fight to it. Jourdain's just gonna beat him. Vera's gonna stare for 15 minutes. Manofield versus Iwo Berniewski, that's a scrap. That's gonna be a war. It is worrying for Iwo. You know, he has shown to be a little bit too chainy, and if he goes in a brawl with Manofield, he probably will lose. But I'm gonna hope he plays it smart. Moicano versus Ortega. This is just a rebooked fight that it didn't need to be rebooked. It got rebooked. When was the fight even supposed to happen? It was supposed to happen before. I don't even remember when. Was it supposed to be on Miami? On the Miami card? I don't think so. Not UFC 328. Oh, I think it was on UFC 326 or something like that. Where it was supposed to be on there. Pitbull vs. Doo Choi, 6 fight, honestly. Feature fight worthy? I don't know. But Doo Choi is like, he's ranked material. I like the fight. I think he does need one more. Kick fucking Gable Stevenson out. Arman Saruki versus Ruffy. Should I even talk about my predictions? Gable Stevenson is going to rape this dude. Manofield is probably going to lose. I think Moicano's good enough. I'll break down all these fights in a little bit. Arman Sarukian versus Mauricio Ruffy. This is probably why you're on the video. What is this fight? I'm angry now because I just saw it. I literally was just scrolling on Instagram like 30 minutes ago. Pizza arrived. I started enjoying myself. You know, I'm supposed to be getting lean right now because I'm going to the beach in a couple of days, but I'm enjoying myself with some pizza. And then right before Batista Mafia, this card is shit. I'm gonna make a video tomorrow talking about all the slop the UFC has been giving us. But for right now, I do need to talk about these two main fights. I can't even talk about Joshua Van because I forgot to pull it up. But Van versus Pantoja, that's a sick fight. But I need to talk about this fight. This is the main point of this video. Sarukian versus Ruffy. I'm angry. I'm talking about it. I'm pissed. Because it just doesn't make sense. If you're going to book Arman, put him in a title fight. I get it, he's been inactive. It's not his, it kind of is his fault. With the thing at, I think, 311, where he pulled his back and he fucking couldn't make weight or whatever. But we know the reason. I literally, as soon as I opened Twitter, start getting all these tabs open to like get this video set up, I realized it got confirmed to me. It got confirmed to me that it is because of the death of Allan Nascimento that we cannot see Oliveira versus Arman 2. Oliveira talks about it here in this video. I don't want to play it. Yeah, it's muted. I'm making sure I don't have any audio. Every time we step into the cage, it won't just be us. He'll be right there. The spirit shooter box has only grown stronger. I think in this video he talked about he can't chase his legacy because of his friends. He leaves legacy for Allan Nascimento. Okay, I just realized I said it right here. It's a very sad situation because Allan Nascimento died 2 days ago in his sleep in the morning, I believe. Very sad. And I think today was his funeral, and they were probably trying to get this fight booked. And it was probably why it was rumored. So Ruffy's technically probably taking this on a little bit of short notice. But Oliver probably just pulled out due to the sadness and the grieving that he's gonna have to deal with. Shooterbox and the Brazilians, especially I think Charles Oliveira himself, they connect their family and stuff. So it's very sad to see that he has to pull out this fight. This could have been his title shot. Don't know what he does next. I don't know how long he's gonna be out. You know, Anthony Joshua took a long time out. Nowhere near the same situation because he was actually in a car crash. And Allan Nascimento died probably by himself with just his family. But the mental right? Oliveira's probably struggling right now, so we have no idea how long will he even return for December. When is this card? September. He might be back by December. He might be able to come back by December. Maybe fight Patty. No, Patty versus Ilya should be a fight. I don't know who he can fight. Definitely shouldn't be a title shot. I don't know. I don't know what you do with Oliveira. Let him grieve. Let him sit out. This is a really bad situation for him, but this fight just sucks. Why Ruffy versus Arman? Holloway couldn't get it off his fat ass after moving up to 170 to fight Arman? That makes more sense. I think Arman just wins this. It is worrying because he seems a bit chinny, and that left hook is there for Ruffy. But Arman should be able to like march him down and then pressure with the jabs, and then take him down and maul him. Maybe sub him. I don't know if he'll get mount and then just ground and pound. But this should be a free Arman win, and it's like we're just continuously delaying his title fights, man. I wanted to be angry. I started off this video incredibly angry about this because I just hate this matchmaking. But it's another issue. It's the card that kind of is shit. But this is a very sad situation. I have to change my tone. I'm now realizing this is a very sad situation we have to talk about. Because it's Oliveira and the death of his teammate and the death of a UFC fighter. I made a tweet saying that this weekend, Saturday, they're gonna put a video package for Allan Nascimento. They're gonna put they're gonna have his highlights and they're gonna fade this in, and all he will be remembered by as a dude in the Apex, or as the dude who lost to Mitra Poso in the Apex. That was his last fight, and now that's all people are gonna remember him by, and it's a shame. Because he was a dude who was maybe borderline top 15. Someone had told me that he actually maybe was top 15 one time. I don't remember. But he was like a dude on a run, and he got his momentum stopped, and he could have made a great comeback. And now he's just going to be remembered by this, and it's so sad. And it's going to be sad for Oliveira as well. I didn't even want to make a video about Allan Nascimento himself, but I was like, oh, what thumbnail am I going to do for this? I was like, maybe Oliveira's going to be out. I was like, then I think, who had told me it? I think it was Vampiric Legs. Shout out to Vampiric Legs. He told me that it was possibly Allan Nascimento's death that pulled him out. I don't know if it was actually Vampiric Legs. Correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't have my tweet up. I don't really necessarily put my tweets up here. So yeah. I don't like this fight. It's a good fight. 5 rounds makes it interesting as well, but I don't think it'll last that long. It's an interesting matchup. It's just ranking-wise. I feel like there were better matchups for these people. Maybe Oliveira fights Lopez later in the year, because Lopez doesn't have a fight and he's been wanting to move up. So maybe he was supposed to be here. But I think for the BMF, it would make more sense for Diego versus Oliveira. Like, if they're not abandoning the BMF, which I think the reports were that they were, then I don't know. But let's talk about this actual card, man. What's here? Okay. This fight's shit. Moicano's going to beat him up easily. I think the jab, Ortega has no head movement. The jab will be there for Moicano. The grappling's interesting. And Moicano can like gas himself out. But 3 rounds, I'll see him winning a decision. I don't think he'll get a finish, but he does have some pretty mean, like damaging jabs. And if he can get Ortega down, or Ortega can't get up from bottom, because Moicano is a really good grappler, he could just like really badly beat up Ortega's face. Because Ortega can't wear damage. But then the drop off for after here. This fucking Sean Sharaf is literally these dudes are like 5 pounds away from having the same physique. Gable's looking at me like I'm his next victim, and Sean Sharaf is looking at me like I made this fight for him. Why is Gable? Gable seems to look at me like he's heard all the shit I've talked. It's just bad, man. I get it. I get why they're putting Gable Stevens in his position. I think it's better than. I think there's just a better step up they could have done. Kenny Nizashuku, I think, would have been better. Than Sean. They're like, this is clear them just feeding him bums, rather than them trying to build him up slowly. Like, this is them just feeding him bums to add on to his record, rather than trying to get him up the ranks easy. Like, not easily, but trying to get him up the ranks in a nice, like, to see where he's at. Him being Sean Sharaf doesn't really show us that. This dude literally lost to Junior Tafa. Oh, he's awful. But it's better than them just randomly booking with like Spivak. I know Spivak's booked, but something like that. So in top 10. What else is next? This fight, bro. Tuivasa versus Despain, bro. Tuivasa on it regularly could probably win with the grappling. If Despain still has 0 grappling, this could be a really easy Tuivasa, like 29-28 blob decision where he's like smudging Despain against the fence or like just laying on top of him. I can really see that happening. Despain should win, but I don't trust in him to, and I don't think he'll be able to knock out Tuivasa. Like I don't know. Has Tuivasa been knocked out recently? Gon could do it, and Despain does fucking hit hard. But I can't remember like a recent Tuivasa KO. Spivak could. I mean, not Spivak. Sergey Pavlovich. But I don't know. I could just really easily see this being a really shit decision that maybe goes to Despain off damage. But like Tuivasa takes like round 3 because he's just fucking blobbing on him, or he takes round 1 because he just blobbed on and then he gassed out, and Despain's there fucking picking at him. Jack Flack says you should be ashamed. Yeah, this matchmaking is awful. Then I don't even know why they bother adding this here. Ryan Gardner versus Ozzy Diaz. They're putting Ryan Gardner on the fucking Gaultier run. This is such a big step down from Zachary Reese. Am I the one who thinks that? Like, this is like a huge step down from like Zachary Reese. They want to build this guy up, and I don't know why. I feel like there's other guys that you could give Ozzy Diaz. You could unironically give Ozzy Diaz a win, but this should be a free Gandra win. What else is on this card? Now let me look at it. If this is the main card, that's not that bad. But get Gable, Sean Sharaf off, and it's honestly not a bad main card. And you can put Edmund Shabazian versus Bruno Ferreira on the main card, and I wouldn't be mad because that's like a sure knockout. You can get Chikadze versus Joe Anderson. Burrito's a good fight. These are good. Ryan Gardner, Ozzy Diaz, that's good on the prelim. Like, these are sick prelims. Sick prelims. But you could honestly, I think, just get Gable. Let him headline the prelims. I don't mind that. If they do that, I wouldn't mind that. He is a name. And people are going to hate watch him. So, you could put like Edmund Shabazi and Bruno Ferreira. Like, that's a borderline outside the top 15 ranked guys. Or just outside the 15, not borderline, but just outside the 15 ranked guys. Bruno Ferreira having been ranked recently. And Edmund Shabazi has been out the ranks for a while. Or you get Chikadze versus Joe Anderson Brito. It's a bit of a step down for Brito, but I guess they still have like Chikadze just outside the rankings as well. Casey O'Neill versus Eduardo Moore. It's not bad matchmaking. Tai Tuivasa versus Rebels to Spain sucks. I forgot who said it earlier, but you could have just switched to opponents. Sean Sharaf versus Rebels to Spain. I think that makes more sense for where Rebels was when he came into where he was when he left. Lost to Austin Lane. I think Sean Sharaf would be the right matchup for him. And then you could have given Paul Stevenson Tai Tuivasa. I think that should have been the fight to make. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I remember the tweet this morning that I saw. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I just wanted to make a quick video talking about this. Because I was going to make a video. I literally have still my bookmarks because I'm going to still make it tomorrow. And it actually just gave me more stuff to talk about. But I needed to make a video about this. I needed to. But I think Gable should have gone Tuivasa. Now that I'm still on the topic, I think Tuivasa should have gone. I think Gable should have gone Tuivasa. Sean Sharaf should have gone to Spain. And honestly, if you give Tuivasa Gable Stevenson, or you give Gable Stevenson Tuivasa, I think that makes more sense on the main card than Sean Sharaf. It's like when they put Bo Nickel versus Cody Brunch on UFC 300. Even then, I think Cody Brunch honestly deserved that spotlight more than Sean Sharaf deserves to be on the main card of 331. Also, this card washes whatever the fuck we have next week. This washes UFC 330 badly. Fucking badly. It washes that card, and I'm going to talk about it tomorrow. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this card. What do you think about Oliveira having to be out of the situation? It's really sad. He will probably fight Diego near the end of the year if he does plan on coming and fighting there's really no one else for him other than like maybe Diego or maybe like the winner of this fight. But the winner of this fight's currently won a title shot against Justin. So I guess we'll find out. What do you guys think about Arman versus Ruffy? I think Arman should dominate with the grappling, but there's a case where he maybe gets fucking KO'd by Ruffy because Ruffy is dangerous. But yeah. Joshua Van versus Pantoja. I didn't even talk about that fight. Sick fight. I think got Van. I love the rematch. I'm glad they're getting booked. If Van wins, I could see him fighting Cobb by the end of the year. I think Cobb's going to want to sit out for his title shot and fight the winner of this. I think if Van wins, that should be the next fight. I don't know how Pantoja is going to recover. He has tricky back takes. It is a tough matchup for Van. But I think Van could rip to the body and get a TKO around 4 or 5. I think it's there. I don't think he's going to crack the chin of Pantoja. He doesn't really have that power, but I think he can mix it up and he'll weaken the body. And maybe if he starts landing on the arms of Pantoja, I don't think he's going to... That injury's going to like happen again. He's going to break from it, but I think mentally it's just going to be a struggle for him. Everything's going to show right now. But let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think? I made this video and I was incredibly angry at the start. Calm down. I thought about how like painful it must be for Oliveira. So yeah. Like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed this video. Follow me on Twitter, jazzloves, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.